Okay. You ready to get started?
It's already rolling.
Yeah, it's already rolling. Okay. Hi, I'm Charlie. Welcome to my channel. This is where I post progress updates on the DIY projects I've been working on. Right now, we've been focusing on this pond. It's a container pond, similar to other container ponds made by folks like Aquarium and other creators. And this is my version. Basically, there's a bog filter up here, there's fish down here, and some floating plants, and then there's also a pump that circulates water from here and up into the bog filter, so that the water gets filtered. The fish live in very clear water. The one thing we need to address is this oil sheen on the top of the pond, but in general the water is very clear and there's very little algae in this pond. The power source for this pump is these solar panels over here. There's one panel here, and there's actually another panel over there. Those are each 50 watt panels. They are 12 volt nominal panels, but unloaded, their open circuit voltage is about 22 volts. And so in this box here, which I probably will do a separate video on, this has all of the circuitry and components to manage any kind of power coming in from these and run the pump as often as possible using the power that's available. The pump itself and this system uses about 5 to 10 watts at a time, so there's plenty of power even on a cloudy day. In order to expand this system to not only cover this pond, but also this other pond back here, which will allow us to also remove this kind of ugly, really small solar panel, and aerate this pond, get the water flowing. Right now this is basically a mosquito pit, and do you want to come up here and get a close-in shot of how gross this is? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, let's take the lid off. We can take the lid off. Oh. Oh. So, we're actually going to install a very similar system as this pond on this one. But in order to do that, we need to upgrade the infrastructure a little bit. In this system, there are no batteries, and so that allows the pump to just run very effortlessly. It's very reliable, but it does turn off after the sun goes down and there's no more power coming in directly from the panels. With this new setup, we will have a set of batteries to ideally provide at least overnight pumping and perhaps multi-day pumping. I'm not quite sure about the performance of the system at this point, but I would love to report back. For this, the first main requirement was we needed a dry place to put the batteries, and so in this case I had my roommate Jose pick out an enclosure for the batteries, which in this case we just decided to get a kind of patio box to hold like usually gardening tools or whatever, that also can double as a small kind of seat, and we're planning to put it right around here or potentially in another location closer to the house, using extension cables. So the first step, the box has arrived here and we're going to be unboxing it right now. So here I am. Let's open it up.
I keep thinking that you're that girl from that budget design show.
Okay, hold the camera steady.
Remember that budget design
Hey,
show?
this is important content.
We can do a cut during that period.
I think we're gonna have to do a fast.
There's a lot of editing
through this part.
Yeah. Fast forward, yeah.
Oh, I forgot we got it in bright white.
Because it was going to get too hot, you said.
Yeah. So here are the pieces. This looks like it honestly is going to come together very quickly. You can set this aside. This is empty. And our instruction manual is only 6 steps. 5 steps. There's the manual. I honestly think I'm going to take a quick look at this. It's pretty... These walls on their own are kind of flimsy. This wall's a little bit stronger. Oh, that's actually 2.
Everything feels extremely thin.
But that's all it needs to be. It just needs to keep our batteries out of the rain and snow and wind. And ideally everything out of the sun.
Can you just kind of explain what you had to do?
Yeah, so we finally got the bottom on, but all is well. And so now I'm just kind of going through with... I discovered that a screwdriver was a little bit easier to work with than my fingers. So I'm just using the screwdriver to kind of help seat these a little bit better. Do you want to see? I'm trying to seat them. So I kind of stick the screwdriver, that one actually just went in. But if I stick the screwdriver under, it kind of helps it come down if it's a little stuck. Like, here's one that's a little bit stuck up here. In this one, see how it's kind of bowed over? Oh, that one just came down. Okay, well, they're all pretty good now. Sweet. Oh, maybe... No, everything else. Check every seam, because you'll never do it again. Alright, they're all good to go. So now it's time for the last thing. Our lid. Here's the lid for the box. And it literally just snaps in so easily. Like that. So that's what the box looks like all closed up. And then it opens up like that. You can see inside approximately. And it does have kind of a corner fit there.
Yeah, I see.
I don't know why it's not quite aligned like that. I don't know if there's something else we need to do. It may just be...
I think they just want it to be a little tight.
Seems like it's not quite coming down right, but it's also a brand new box. It's not 100%.
Yeah, it looks fine.
It looks pretty good when it's all closed up. And in terms of, you know, its position, this is kind of where we had planned it. Doesn't look too bad there. I'll try sitting on it. We got this because it had a 300-pound weight limit, or a pretty good weight limit.
It was just a 220.
Okay, well, it's totally secure. Totally secure for me. So this is what I've been making. They're just some crimped ends, and it's just a short wire. All these wires are approximately the same size so that they have equal resistances, and now I'm going to add some heat shrink to them and then get them wired up to the batteries. Heat shrinking this connection makes it a little bit safer and gives it a more professional, clean look. And that just gives it a much more professional look. and you'll watch it kind of shrink down. And that just gives it a much more professional, kind of polished, clean look. So now I've got the wires all done and they're connected to the battery. You can see it's 12.8 volts. We're not getting anything from the panels because they're not connected yet, but this is kind of a checkpoint in the project. This is the battery bank.